Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into that weird, kind of sinking feeling that a lot of us get right as summer starts to wind down. We're getting inspired by some great content from unfiltereddose.com to finally put a name to that feeling and figure out what to do about it.
So, let me ask you something. You know that feeling you get on a Sunday afternoon? That little bit of dread about the week ahead? The Sunday Scaries? Well, what if you felt that for a whole season? If you're thinking, oh yeah, that's me, then you are in exactly the right place.
And right off the bat, I want you to know if you're nodding your head right now, you are so far from alone. This is a super common experience. So common, in fact, that it's picked up a few different names.
People call it the end of summer scaries, or maybe August anxiety, or even the post-vacation blues. But whatever you call it, it all boils down to that same mix of sadness and stress when the freedom of summer gives way to the routines of fall. And look, while it's not some official diagnosis, the feeling itself is 100% real.
Okay, so let's get into the why of it all. Why does this particular time of year hit so many of us like a ton of bricks? What's actually happening here?
Well, a huge piece of the puzzle is just the whiplash of it all. Think about it. We go from being summer you, all relaxed, spontaneous, living in the sunshine, to suddenly becoming fall you, who's staring down a calendar full of schedules, deadlines, and pressure. It's a really jarring switch.
And it's not just in your head, it's actually in your body. It's biological. As the days get shorter, we get less sunlight, and that can really mess with our internal body clock. That drop in light can cause a dip in serotonin, which is that key chemical that helps keep our mood stable. Then our sleep hormone melatonin can get all out of whack, leaving us tired and just off.
And then, on top of all that biology, you've got the mental stuff. You've got the anxiety about all the work that's piling up. You might have a little sunshine guilt, that feeling of, I should have gone to the beach more. And of course, there's social media, where you see everyone's perfect summer highlight reel, which can make you feel like your summer just didn't measure up.
And a lot of these feelings come from some really practical things. Check this out. A recent study found that for a whopping 40% of people, worrying about money after summer trips was a huge trigger. Right behind that was the simple, draining task of just getting back into the work routine.
Okay, this is a really important moment to pause. We need to draw a clear line in the sand between these summer scaries and something more serious called seasonal affective disorder. They are not the same thing. So here's the simplest way to think about it. The scaries are a temporary, pretty common anxiety that's directly tied to the change in season and routine. But seasonal affective disorder, or SAD, is a clinical type of depression. The symptoms are much more severe, they can last for months, and it's something a doctor can actually diagnose based on a recurring pattern. So the big takeaway here is to just check in with yourself. Be honest about how you're feeling. If that seasonal gloom sticks around and starts to feel really heavy or overwhelming, reaching out to a professional isn't just a good idea, it's a really strong, proactive thing to do for yourself.
Okay, so we've talked about what this feeling is and why it happens. Now let's get to the good part. What in the world can we do about it? It's time to build our very own end-of-summer toolkit. We can actually break down a really solid plan into 3 pretty simple steps. Step 1, reframe how you're thinking about this. Step 2, intentionally rebuild your routine. And step 3, plan for fun. This is all about taking back control and shifting your focus from what's ending to what's just beginning. And this brings me to a really powerful idea from psychologist Gilly Kahn. She reminds us that it's okay to feel sad that summer's over. Sometimes trying to fight a feeling just makes it bigger. If you can just let yourself feel it, without judgment, it can take a lot of the power away from the anxiety.
So what does this actually look like day to day? Well, reframing is telling yourself, yeah, this is a little tough, but I've got this. Rebuilding your routine means making sleep and good food a priority. No excuses. And planning for fun? That means literally putting things on your calendar. A hike, a game night, a movie marathon, anything that gives you something to look forward to. It creates a vacation mindset, even when you're not on vacation.
Now, once we have this toolkit, we can take it one step further. We can go from just coping with the end of summer to actually, genuinely embracing everything that's coming next. This is where we make a conscious choice to shift our focus. Instead of being bummed about shorter days, let's get excited for cozy sweaters and that crisp fall air. Instead of mourning the end of summer, let's look forward to the changing leaves, spooky season, and that amazing fresh start feeling that comes with autumn. So, I'll leave you with this final thought to chew on. What if we stopped looking at this as a sad ending and instead saw it as an open door, an opportunity for a brand new beginning? That's it for this explainer. For more amazing insights just like this, you should definitely go check out unfiltereddose.com. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.